We are at Bob Green Siding, located in Mechanicsville, with Todd Snell, who is heading up a new division, the roofing division. Congratulations.
Well, thanks, Elisa.
You have been able to see St. Mary's County in southern Maryland from a viewpoint a lot of people don't, from rooftops.
Many rooftops.
Let's talk about roofs today a little bit more. You've been doing this since you were a teenager, so for years and years. How do people know when they need a new roof? Because, you know, you can say, oh, I need new jewelry, or we need a new car, or we need a new front door, or let's get our sidewalk changed. But roofing is usually something people don't think about until they have a big problem.
Right, yeah. One thing you don't want to do, you don't want to wait until your roof's leaking. Once it starts leaking, then you've got wood damage, your insulation's, you know, once insulation gets wet, it's useless.
Right.
So what you want to do is you want to pay attention to what your roof looks like. Now, if we just had a recent windstorm come through. A lot of people lost shingles. That's a really easy way to tell. If your shingles are blowing off, that's a big problem.
How come? What does that mean?
Well, shingles are made with fiberglass mat and asphalt products, and there's a lot of flexibility with them. Okay. Once your shingles start to age a little bit, the main thing that keeps the shingles holding to each other are sealants.
Okay.
Once those sealants go, then your roof is lost. It's all its protection.
Okay.
So if your shingles are young enough, they'll flop up and come back down.
That makes sense. Okay.
So if you hear on your roof in a windstorm, probably means your sealants are gone, your roof needs to be replaced.
Okay.
Now, worst case is if they snap back and just snap off because they're dry, old, and brittle. Then you've got to replace those shingles short term, and then you need a new roof. Okay. One thing, a lot of people, there's a big myth. If you've got a 3-tab shingle, which was used in this area predominantly over the last 50 years, if you catch your roof before it gets really bad, you know, and you can see signs, your shingles might start to curl. If you catch your roof then, we can do what's called a nail over. A lot of people are afraid of a nail over. Basically, it means what it sounds like it says is we just put a roof right over your existing roof.
Okay.
And if your roof is in decent shape, we can do that. Your warranties are still intact, saves you a lot of money. And you can put up to one layer over layer, so you can have 2 layers of roof and you're fine.
Okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, with an architectural roof, when they go bad, you got to tear them up.
That's it.
Because they're textured, so you can't lay over textured roof. If you see your shingles start to what I call a potato chip, and again, what you think it would be, they curl up and break. They're brittle.
Right.
Then you need to get them changed in quickly.
Okay.
When we get a big temperature change from, 100 degrees in the summer, which we're seeing, and then we get into the fall and winter, and those shingles go through that change, I've seen a roof that looks great go horrible in just a matter of a couple of months.
Really? So let's stop for just a second and talk about that. Okay. We have had a wicked hot summer this year.
Yes.
So you encourage people this fall, get up with their ladders and take a look at their roof and see what it looks like, because that tremendous temperature differentiation could really impact the roofs by this fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going from the hot to the cold seems to do the most damage. And a roof that looks kind of bad in the summer can be a disaster once we get freezing temperatures.
Okay.
And if you're not comfortable on a ladder, call somebody. But a lot of the things that I'm saying, you can see from the ground. They're obvious.
Okay.
I mean,
if your shingles are curling, they're curling.
They're curling up, or if they're popping off in windstorms, you got to call somebody. That's a bad sign, because it's probably going to be your entire roof area, not just, some people think, well, just replace the ones that blew off. Well, your entire roof is done at the same time.
Right.
So if the sealants are going bad,
on these ones, they're going bad on those ones.
Right.
Okay, that makes good sense.
Yeah.
Another thing that we talked about a few weeks ago is in this area with the humidity and what have you, people get those black streaks on their roofs. I got a lot of response to that. People saying I had no idea, because some people have gone out and said, I don't like the way that looks, and they've tried to pressure wash off their roof. Right.
Well, there are chemicals that you can spray on and gently hose off, and they might help some for a short amount of time. The problem is that's algae. So you could get up there with a small bottle of Clorox and get it off. But you don't want to scrub or put any pressure behind it, because it's going to pull your granules off. It's going to lessen the lifetime of your roof. So you do not want to do that. One great thing that has happened over the last 4 to 5 years, a lot of the shingle manufacturers are making their shingles ARs, which means algae resistant. And if it's a 30-year shingle, you've got about 15 years of coverage in there, because the AR rating will wear off of the shingles. It doesn't last as long as your shingles. And if you need to know, every manufacturer is slightly different, but almost all of them offer it now.
Okay, good. but don't pressure wash your roof.
No, don't do that. or do it and then give us a call.
Right. It's all going to be humor and everything.
Right.
All right. Well, Todd, it's always nice to talk to you. Located at Bob Green Siding, you have this beautiful new showroom for roofing products. So if you think you need a new roof and you want to come and take a look, and then have somebody come out and give you, a real diagnosis of the condition of your roof, these are the people to call. All
Thanks
right.
much.
All
Take
right.
care.
Good to have you on the program. We'll have more of our Best Buy show coming up in just a moment. You're watching Metrocast Channel 10.